Continuing further with body paragraph 2, again you have to keep in mind that we have to use certain connectors like moreover, furthermore, if you are continuing with the same approach. If you are writing in a contrast, so we can write however on the other side, on the flip side, having said that. So these are the few connectors which we will be giving in a list, which you have to use. Apart from that is one of them. So apart from that, here what I have used is perhaps even more importantly. So for 7+ bands, it is actually required to use something which is uncommon. So that's why we have used this. Perhaps even more importantly means that what we have said, more important to that is a second point, which says the hardships and struggles, or you can write incapability to earn a livelihood after serving the sentence, further motivate criminals to repeat their criminal activities. So the second reason I could think of why people resort to criminal activities even after they have served a sentence in prison is that once they get out, once they are released and they step back into society again, the people around them, the society, they do not actually accept them or is not ready to give them a second chance. So more often they are looked down upon, which I have written further. They are looked down upon. The society does not accept them. The inacceptance by the society further instigates their negative approach towards people, and that is somewhere the reason that they feel like, okay, if nobody is bothered about us, why should we bother about them? And the negative mindset of that person persists, and that person continues to indulge in, or even has more hate and more negativity for the society, and re-indulges, and this time maybe more than the previous time, in the criminal deeds or immoral deeds or unethical behavior. So that is what I have included in the example. Talking about the examples first, the type of examples which can be included in the essay are personal example, survey example, and real life example. So here I have done a mix of like personal and survey example. It's a bit long, but I have tried to include as much as I can so that you can get an information like what all things we can include in an example. This can definitely be cut short according to the word limit that you are working on. I have written, so okay, I have used to justify. Now to justify is again a connector that we are using to make the reader understand that whatever we have said in the above sentences, we are going to justify it by giving an example. So to justify, I have written that once I was going through a survey done by CBI in order to find the reasons for why criminals are repeatedly doing the offences even after they have given them a punishment, they have served a sentence in prison. So they found out that again the same things. It reported that those people are looked down by the society, there is inacceptance by the society, or there is no means of livelihood because the society does not accept them, there are no jobs available to them, there are no means of livelihood, there are no source that they can earn any income to survive. So all these factors increase their negative mindset, or you can write further instigate them to result in more heinous or immoral activities. Now again, heinous is a vocab word, because if we keep on writing criminal every time, so that will be counted as a repetition, and for more higher band score we have to reduce the repetitions, so we have to use a number of adjectives for our topic. So we have a list of different topics and the adjectives which can be used in those particular topics, so you have to just cram those words and fit in your essay according to the requirement of the topic. So here I have tried to use some of them. So this is how you have to put your point first and then explain and exemplify that. Now when I say point, explanation and example, all three things are required, but yes, if you feel that your example is such that explanation will come in that, you can actually combine it. Otherwise you have to separately give an explanatory sentence and then separately support it. After that, the next paragraph would be of solutions for the problems that are discussed in the essay. So for the solution paragraph, the first line I have written is like, tackling these issues is not an easy task. It is always preferred or advised that you use something to denote what you are going to write further. If I would have started right from the words like, okay, we should do this, we should do that, so that would come in a simple approach and we have to go as complex as we can. So just a brief about that, we are going to talk about tackling the solutions. So I have written, tackling these issues is not an easy task. I think the need of the hour to make the invigilator understand that we know collocations, how to use them, where to use them. So I think the need of the hour is to bring an upside down change. Now again, upside down change is a type of collocation that phrasal verb, I should say. Need of the hour, again a phrasal verb, and they are to be used to, but again you have to be very careful that they are used at the right place. Using them at a wrong place will go completely negative for you. So the need of the hour means something which has to be done immediately. Upside down change means a change at a massive change at a wider level is required. So I think the need of the hour is to bring an upside down change in the definition of punishment under law. So what you expect, what according to you is the solution. So you have to, again I am saying, you have to include yourself in the essay. That I think that there is a need to change the definition of law. One more important thing, whatever reasons you have given, you have to give solutions to those reasons only. If you're talking about some different reasons, and you are giving solutions to something else, the coherence and cohesion will definitely get distorted. So whatever reasons you have given, you have to give solutions to. So our first reason was there is lack of rehabilitation in the centers, in the prisons. So I have included that the period of imprisonment should provide ample learning opportunities. Now the word ample again would fulfill the need of vocabulary. Ample means lots of. Ample learning opportunities should be provided. Along with that, counseling sessions should be provided to bring a. Now why I have written the result also, because again you have to mention your solution and you have to give why to the reason, that why do you think this is a solution. So first, I think that learning opportunities should be provided, counseling sessions should be provided, and why so? To bring a change in the mindset of criminal, because we need to change the mind of the criminal so that he can distinguish between moral and immoral deeds, to make him understand that okay, this is something which is accepted in society, this is immoral, to counsel him, to make him understand, to make him a better person. So this is the way you should provide your solution. The solution, why do you think that is a solution? What will that solution result in? So all this has to be there. You just cannot simply say that okay, sessions, counseling sessions, rehabilitation opportunities should be provided and that's it. You always have to give a why to whatever you are writing. If you still have words in your hands, you can definitely give another solution. So the number of reasons, the number of solutions you are giving will depend upon your word limit. But yes, it is advised to give 2 reasons and 2 solutions. So the other solution we could have written was is another method of dealing with the problem is to have a supervision or a strict check, regular follow-up checks with the criminal once he or she is released, making him come to the prison and signing after a particular period of time. So that just to let him know that there is some supervision on the person for a certain period of time, so that he is a bit afraid to go back into his criminal life and tries, or we can say that government can step in and help the individuals by providing them some sort of employment opportunities or some basic skill job or some training, if the training is provided, and after that even they provide a job opportunity, so that can help an individual to start a life afresh. So definitely there can be 2 solutions, but again the solution, why do you think that will help and what will that solution result in? After that, the last paragraph, conclusion paragraph. Conclusion paragraph should definitely not include anything new. Conclusion means to conclude what you have written already above. So here, to conclude, regular training sessions and any other solution that you have written can prove effective in dealing with the problem of repeat offending. Whatever your essay has explained, you have to just give a summary of that. One more thing, the grammatical range, the marking criteria grammatical range. You should try to at least fulfill 4 different types of sentences. That are simple sentence, there will be many of them. Compound sentence, when you add a conjunction like and, but, or you use a connector. After that, complex sentence, when you use a number of commas, connectors and commas. And last is conditional sentence. So conditional sentence, make it a habit that you will put a conditional sentence in the conclusion, if not anywhere else, because it is easy to do that. So like I have written, if such changes are brought in practice at a wide level, that all the changes that we have suggested, if these changes will be brought in the society at a wide level, of the government steps in to implement these changes, the frequency of crime will definitely decrease. So this can actually bring a change in the number of criminal activities happening in the society. So that's how you can end that. Overall, we mentioned about these solutions, and if the solutions are implemented, they can actually bring a sea change in the society, or whatever is your topic, you can just bring it at an end. So this is all about one essay, which is the type was reasons and solutions. I hope you understand that how introduction is to be written, how the body paragraphs is to be written. It should not come like, okay, I have 3 reasons, I will give all 3 reasons one by one. That won't help you in any way. Whatever reason you are giving, you have to explain why, and then you have to support it. So there is no use to focus on quantity, that okay, I have 4 reasons, I'll be writing 4 reasons, I have 4 solutions. That actually don't work in Ielts. Whatever you are writing should be complete in all the aspects of marking criteria, only then you will get marks. So I hope this particular essay type is clear, and if you have any doubts, feel free to contact back and we'll be sorting them out. Apart from that, I'll request you to try one of the same essay type, that is reason solution, from the list given to you, and you can get feedback on that. Thank you.